There is a troubling phenomenon in our society. I call this phenomenon the dehumanization of doctors. When we face illness, acute or chronic, we rush to doctors. We unload onto them our endless physical and mental struggles and trauma. And in those moments, we elevate doctors to the status of demigods, placing them on impossible pedestals. And yet, it is not uncommon that in the near future, we accuse the profession of profiteering, and we can even paint doctors as the villains of the piece. This contradictory cycle not only undermines the medical profession, but it forgets a simple truth. Doctors are human. They richly deserve our understanding. How many times have we paused and reflected on the mental fitness, happiness index, and the possible strains on the minds of our doctors, on the minds of our nurses and other frontline healthcare workers? Aren't they warriors fighting within the borders to save lives, to make our lives better, to improve the quality of our lives? Remember, unlike many other professions, doctors endure an incredibly long, grueling, and torturous training period. By the time they finally start practicing and earning a stable income, many of them are well into their midlives. On top of this, years of education leave many doctors burdened with heavy debt, a weight that doesn't just sit on their shoulders but deeply affects their psyche. The cost of becoming a doctor is very steep, not just financially, and it is much steeper than most professions. And this is sometimes, I think, not adequately appreciated. The doctor's days are extremely crowded. Scores of patients needing attention at the OPD, IPD, OT procedures, teaching duties, counseling, multidisciplinary team meetings, administrative duties, training juniors. And it doesn't end when they reach home. Can they really turn their mobiles off? They have to be available for emergencies. Some of them are on calls. I've seen doctors continue to provide consultation on the phone to friends and family members. I doubt they get paid for it. And when I asked a senior doctor friend about all of this, he indicated that was part of the hazard he signed up for when he had chosen to become a doctor. Probably true, but is it sustainable? We're going to get into this in some detail to understand what's happening inside the minds of our doctors. Take a pause. Ask ourselves what exactly happens inside the minds of our doctors and caregivers. Do not doctors, as warriors within borders, need breaks and pauses? Isn't doctors' physical, mental, financial, intellectual, and spiritual well-being equally, if not more important, than that of the general population? Statistics reveal that doctors are not doing too well, both physically and mentally. Doctors also have families and face similar struggles and aspirations as any of us might on a day-to-day basis. This perversion of dehumanizing doctors must end. We, as a society and as individual patients, must make an effort to understand and reflect on the state of well-being of our doctors. This section presents study results mostly gleaned from the survey done by Medscape, and this survey results are sure to surprise a common citizen. These results, however, are consistent and resonate with scores of doctors I have personally interviewed across geographies, disciplines, and settings. I strongly believe that efforts must be made to build awareness among common citizens about the challenges of being a doctor. Let us now take a dive into some of these survey results.